Thank you. Wow, what a night. It is so good to see everybody here. Distinguished leadership. Every time I get on campus here, I'm about 2 feet taller. It's a wonderful institution with the students that are here and the people that I went to school with. It is such an honor and privilege to be here. We're here to honor several, but I'm here to introduce my favorite and a very distinguished and unique man, Wendell Gividen. Speak to you about Wendell. I would just ask that you reflect and think with me about Wendell, the extraordinary student athlete, the competitor, and Wendell the man. His leadership and loyalty and love for this university started the first time I met him. He's a winner, he's a champion, he's a fighter. First time I saw Wendell was on TV. Believe it or not, we had Transylvania games televised, 3 locally. The broadcaster was Tom Hammond, who became globally famous. I think Charles Barkley actually watched those games because Charles patterned his game after Wendell. But the first time that I met him in person was in 1975. I came on campus and shook his hand. The swelling went down about a week later. And his first words to me was, "You're going to love Transylvania University." No exceptions. And then later on, he was my freshman orientation leader, where he did song and dance. So I don't know, I'm glad he played basketball instead. Wendell loved Transy. He hailed from Sulphur, Kentucky. Sulphur, which is an element for combustion, lighting fires. Henry County, named after Patrick Henry, where Patrick Henry said, "Give me Transy or give me death," something like that. Wendell demonstrated loyalty, and it was revealed really when he first decided to come to Transy, when he was in middle school, actually. Because when he played in high school basketball, Division I schools were recruiting him. University of Alabama. C.M. Newton was the head coach there at that time. Wimp Sanderson, the assistant. I think Wimp Sanderson had to pay county taxes in Henry County. He was there so much. But Wendell had decided a long time ago to come to Transy because his commitment, when given the opportunity to go to basketball camp, when he didn't have the means to do it at the time, led him to say, "I'm loyal to this university regardless of who's going to offer me that scholarship." And what did he do with the opportunity? So he's not only loyal and he loves Transy as a student athlete, but he also was a competitor. You heard some of the statistics. 4 NCAA tournaments, one of only 3 Transy basketball players to do that. He was a co-captain, and Coach Don Lane, who coached here 70 years? No, somewhere along there, Coach, told me he was the best team captain he had ever had. And Coach Lane had a lot of great players. And he was a great leader and a winner. 1976 was the NCAA South Region All-Team. His direction there was to continue as being the most valuable player as he was at the Transy Tip-Off Tournament. Record for the most points as a freshman, 361. 1,000-point club, 1,210 points, 13th all-time at his graduation. Leading rebounder his sophomore year. Transy teams, the sophomore, junior, senior seasons ranked nationally as high as 6th in the nation. And at the time of graduation, he tied for having the most games played at 107. So Wendell the competitor, Wendell the fighter, Wendell the warrior. Simple, you didn't mess with Wendell. He would find a way to win somehow. Most importantly, not only with his love and his being a student athlete and a competitor, well, let me talk to you a little bit about Wendell the man. He's a man of trust, commitment to excellence, cares about others. If he told you something, he's going to do it. one way or the other. Rare these days. And I'll tell you, you show me a successful person, and I'll show you somebody that has overcome adversity time and time and time again. That's where Wendell is successful. He never let anything stop him. So his direction's always been, seek the truth, find a way, win the battle. You know where you stand with Wendell. Never a complaint, dedicated to discipline, embracing the situation, get it done. So let me just close by saying Wendell is battling a devastating disease, and he approaches it just like he did when he was here at Transy. To overcome adversity, do it the way that he did as an athlete, as a competitor, and as Wendell's the man. So ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the next inductee into the Transylvania University Hall of Fame, my good friend, Wendell Gividen. Oh.
Will this thing
Set you
hold me
here.
up?
Absolutely.
All right. Testing. All right, broke it. Thank you, Mark. Mark's been a lifelong friend, a true friend. I want to thank the Transylvania University for letting me come to school here first. And many people have asked me over the years, if you had a chance to go someplace else, like a bigger school, would you do it? I don't have much of a voice right now. I'm kind of a little bit sick. I said, no, I wouldn't go anyplace else. I really loved it there. I met the best people in the world. A lot of them are sitting, where's Mark Lewis? Yeah, right there. Biggest man in the building, I got to find him. Yeah, good to see you. Great, it's a wonderful family. I want to thank the staff for all they've done for me, the athletic department, the coaches, the camps. Like Mark was telling you, I didn't become attached to this university when I came here as a freshman in 1974. I'd already been here since 1968, basketball camps every year. I lived in a little town called Sulphur, Kentucky, probably about this size. What do you think? What do y'all think? Maybe? They're here. They're here. And there was so few people, I never got to play basketball with anybody but myself on my own go. And I got a brochure in the mail from a guy named Lee Rose, Transylvania University basketball camp. I go, they do that? Well, as it turned out, I got to come to camp in 1968, and the rest is history. I'm still here. I'm still here. As y'all can tell, I'm a hoarder. In 1978, when I graduated, I decided I did, my mother did, to put my coat up, have it cleaned, sealed, hung up, and we're going to keep it. And the only time it's ever been moved is whenever I move from house to house. Well, I've got as Mark told you, I've got a bad disease right now. And I've lost a lot of weight, and I didn't have any clothes to wear. I could wear underwear or something like that, but I didn't have any clothes to wear. So I thought, now wait a minute, now I got an idea. I don't know if anybody's ever done this. I really don't care whether they've really ever done it or not before, but I'm going to do it. So I got my coat out. I go, damn, that thing still looks brand new. But it pretty much was. So I decided not to wear my tea jacket. I'm very proud to still own this tea jacket. Very proud. I want to tell a couple of quick stories from my 4 years here. Couple coaches, and I thought they were pretty good. Coach Lane, I don't know if he's colorblind or not, but our sophomore year, we'd have to travel in vans. We didn't have the big buses and all that, so we traveled in vans. One day out in the circle when the old McAllister Auditorium was here, Pinchback Halloran had a car dealership out on Versailles Road, if y'all remember. They sold Volkswagens. Well, up rolled 2 Volkswagens, orange and white. Those are our traveling vans for the season. Now, a Volkswagen doesn't have much power. And when you put about 10 or 12 guys in it, each of them weigh over 200 pounds or close to it, it scared the heck out of us every time we had to go play somewhere toward Louisville because we didn't think we were going to get up the hill at Frankfort. Same way going down south, we didn't know if we were going to get up the hill there at Richmond. And we didn't know if we were going to get up the hill or back up the hill at Cincinnati. But we made it. I'm looking back on my life now, I'm reflecting on my life now because of my illness. And I've kind of broken it down in segments. And I really must say that this 4-year segment I had here, I wouldn't take anything for the world for. I wouldn't take anything for it. Everybody I played with is my best friend. Everybody would do anything for each other, which we did. Some things we'll talk about, some things we won't talk about, but we had a lot of fun. But I want to say one more thing. I'm from a very close family. My mother's side of the family, if everybody in the world were like this, we'd all get along. A bunch are here now. And the second oldest is still living, Betty. What was your age? 85 years old. And I say that because every year we have family reunions, we have parties, we have a Facebook page, and we're all drawn together. And that's the way I feel here at Transylvania University. We're all drawn together. I can always find out what's going on, how the team's doing, and it's been a real thrill for me to be a student athlete here at Transylvania University. They told me I had 5 to 7 minutes. I'm tired now. I feel like sitting down. I'll let Mark talk if he wants to, but I just wanted to say that about all you people here. The visual of this university from 1974 to today is phenomenal. They've done so much. It is such a nice university. It has to be one of the top small college universities in the United States, and I'd argue that with anybody. And that's through a lot of hard work and a lot of love and a lot of handshakes and help. So with that being said, I didn't do it. I didn't need them, but anyway, I got to wipe my nose. So thank you all very much. It is such an honor. I got to say one more thing. I have to say this. God was looking out for me. Early this summer, I got a phone call from the doctor. And the doctor, I already had stage 4 renal cell carcinoma, but it had moved into a tumor in my spine on L1, L2, and L3. And I was devastated. The next day, I get a call from the university. Congratulations, you're a member of the Hall of Fame. I go, God, you're all right. With that, I'd like to stop and say thank you, and God love you all. Thank you very much.